Anyways, yeah, 83 cents, that's a pretty good deal. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh, on my Facebook and on my MySpace, I put I'm a Christian with Buddhist tendencies because growing up last few years I've gotten really in touch with meditating and not really the spiritual side of Buddhism because I'm a Christian and I'll stay a Christian. Um, but that's not the point. The point is they have a really good take on the human condition and the way the mind works and way the mind's workings affect the body and so on and so forth. So in that respect, I do understand their point. So yeah, I've been someone who, a few years ago I would meditate a lot. And um anybody who knows me real well. I live by my music, and that's one of my meditation things. Some people just like it completely silent and focusing on one object or one thought or something like that. Well, I meditate better with non vocal music, meaning, classical or jazz or something like that. Loud enough to where no other outside noise gets in, but quiet enough to where I can still hear my own thoughts. And I just fall into it. There, the Buddhism thought um, of living in the moment, not dwelling on the past and not fearing and being anxious for the future is one thing that I really picked up on, especially in this journey. You know, it's very, just making sure it works. It's working. Um, they're right. We TTCers, we think about that positive. We think about that baby that we're going to hold, and we look at people who are pregnant and they're going to have their babies and stuff like that and all that. And the thing about the Buddhism, mindfulness and concentration is staying in the moment. What's today going to bring? What do I have to do today? Not for that distant, dream or, you know, what will be for us, because I know it, a reality. But what do I have to do today? What blessings is today going to bring me? And it really does help. It really does help. It helps you to stop and kind of, you know, pull back a little bit and be like, yes, acknowledge that you want a child. You're having issues having that child. And you're determined to, you know, you know, uh, push past those issues and get that. Acknowledge that. But also acknowledge, in the same respect and even more, what blessings you have today. Not saying you have to just be satisfied with that and, whatever comes, because, you know, that's unrealistic. But my thing is, my nephews, they are really, really strong with me. My family, my partner, things like that. You know, what I have for family right now, you know, seeing those boys smile and learn and, all that stuff, making those progresses. This is so going to be a two-parter, but hey, haven't done a two-parter in a couple weeks, I think. So, anyways, yeah, just focusing on that and seeing that and realizing, you know, I have a pretty blessed life. It also helps with jealousy because girls, I don't know about you, but I think I do, that as happy as we all are that everybody's getting their BFPs and all that stuff, us TTCers that are getting our BFNs, you want to be in their shoes so bad that You can feel the jealousy. You can feel the envy. I can admit, many times this month I was green watching your guys' videos, BFP people. Yes, I was very green. Um, but you know, it's gonna come, and living day to day, one moment at a time, one day at a time. Like I said, it's tattooed on my arm here. One day at a time. What can I do to bless today? So, on that note, hold on one second. Can I move this without losing? Yes. This is a book. I will go ahead and admit I'm a geek. Anybody who knows me knows I'm into Star Trek, Star Wars, all that stuff. Hold on a second. Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate. Oh, John Shepard. How much? Okay. Back to it. This is called The Dharma of Star Wars. A really great person in my life a few years ago, his name's Andrew, suggested this book for me. Because I was dealing with a lot of spiritual, a little bit of spiritual confusion and stuff like that. And just a lot of, pain and suffering in my life, emotionally and with family and stuff. And so he suggested this book, and he let me borrow his copy for, a day or so. And as soon as I got paid, I went out and got this. And this is what I'm reading. I told you guys I like to write and I like to read. This is what I'm reading. I'd suggest anybody who has an open mind, who likes sci-fi, knows the Star Wars series, and would like to de-stress and learn a little bit more about the mind's processes and stuff, keep an open mind in this. It's, I have very strict religious views, and I can still read this with a clear conscience. So, if that gives you any hint on, its content. So, anyways, I'll talk to you later. Baby dust, baby glue, sticky vibes, and I'll see you next week. Peace.